All right. Hey, everyone. It's December the 9th, the year 2016. A letter arrived in the P.O. Box today, numbered 6. So I've received 2 letters previously. Ed has said he sent 7. So this is only the 3rd one I've got, which means 4 are still missing. Maybe they'll arrive in the next few weeks. What's weird is there's no postmark. And since there's no postmark, I can't tell you a date when it went through the mail. One of Ed Brown's previous letters had the same problem, which of course when you receive a letter like this, it's got 6 stamps on it, and none of the stamps are postmarked, which means they don't have that wavy black line that goes through it. It tempts you to use the stamps again. Like I could take those stamps and use it to mail my own letter since they're not postmarked, right? They're not marked as used stamps, but I've learned that if you do that, that's called fraud, and it's a serious crime, and they'll probably use that to throw me in prison. So they probably got some kind of identifier. They're probably not postmarking Ed Brown's letters on purpose in hopes that I will reuse these stamps. But it also tells me that I don't know when it actually goes through. You know, it's like they're hiding the fact that it takes so long for his letters to get to me. But this one is number 6. It says, "Attention, contents, hue and cry and saga." Believe it or not, it's 54 pages. Many of you may know Ed Brown from the New Hampshire 6-month tax standoff. New Hampshire's state motto is "Live Free or Die." Many times they were yelling, "Show Ed the law." So it's 54 pages. There ain't no way I'm going to read 54 pages in this particular recording. I'm just going to read the first page. We will work our way through it. He has a lot of information here. Some of it I may end up scanning into like a PDF file and creating a Dropbox location where you guys can read his material. But one way or another, we will either read this content into YouTube or we will scan it and put it in a Dropbox and announce where you can get it. But my goal is not to hold anything back that Ed Brown wants to be made public. Okay, let me also say that it came in a 9x12 manila envelope. It was open when I arrived. It wasn't closed. Matter of fact, the sticky part of the tab of the envelope was stuck to the first page. And on the first page at the very, very top, he had written a bunch of stuff. I can't tell what he wrote, but it appears to have his date, his name, maybe a note to me. I see it like an R and a D, which could have been Rudy. But because the sticky tab of the envelope, I had to peel the paper away, and it destroyed the top of the paper. I feel like I missed an important message that he had written at the top, and I can't make heads or tails of it. I've tried my best. The best I can guess, it's a date and maybe a note to me, but I don't know what it said. All right, anyway, here's the first letter of 54 pages, and we'll upload this separately from Ed Brown, Ed and Elaine Brown, who's also incarcerated along with Jason Gerhard and Danny Riley. They've been in prison, I think, 9 years. Okay, here goes. Oh, they won't get out of prison, by the way, until they're 103 years old. So anyway, okay, here we go. United States Constitution Rangers. Hue and cry. H-U-E and cry. C-R-Y. I don't know what H-U-E. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's a phrase that we'll learn about. Hue and cry. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Hue and cry. The public uproar that at common law a citizen or citizen is expected to initiate after discovering a crime. Wow. All are expected to pursue the criminal, particularly the sheriff and constables. Neglect to do so entailed oh my goodness, I can't read it. Entailed an amerkment. He's using some real fancy words here. Bear with me, folks. I'm a redneck. I get confused with these fancy words. All are expected to pursue the criminal, particularly the sheriff and the constables. Neglect to do so entailed an amerkment. Punishment against those that do not respond, especially the sheriff, constables, public officials, etc. Therefore, on this day of receipt of this letter and notice, I present to you this warning of a clear and present danger of an international and national, known and unknown, public and private cartel of extremely intelligent, black-hearted, ruthless, creative, socio-psychopaths that the world has ever seen. This is not a frivolous claim. This presentment is an offer This presentment is an offer to and open to the public and an open to the public congressional hearing in order that the United States Constitution Rangers through Commander Edward Lewis Brown has a lawful forum to present a high-level team of experts of research and intelligence, men and women, who shall present definitive, conclusive, and damning evidence from the Congressional, Supreme Court, and executive record and other sources. Out of this presentment will also come many solutions by those that know and are knowledgeable with wisdom and grace. Will you assist for the sake of us all? Sincerely, without prejudice, UCC 1-207, 1-103, Private Sovereign Commander Edward Lewis Brown. P.S. Honor above all else but God. Steward Yahweh. All right, that's the first page of this 54-page document, and we'll see how far we get and how much I can read into YouTube and how much I end up having to scan and put in a PDF file for Dropbox. Take care, everyone. God bless.